Welcome to Relationship Bites with Wendy Ologe podcast. Relationship Bite is a platform for everything relationship. Mother-child relationship, father-daughter, siblings, sister-in-laws, parents-in-laws, everything you need to know about relationship. It is said that one of the most important needs of human is belonging. It simply means that relationship is as important as being human. I will be taking you on a journey of everything relationship. Join me, Wendy Ologe, every fortnight as we explore the intricacies of different forms of relationship, the positives, the negatives, the wins, the losses, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything else in between. And most importantly, the lessons we will learn from them. Relationship Bite with Wendy Ologe is your plug for real life experiences on diverse relationships and how we can maximize these relationships for the best. Good morning, everybody. So sorry we're 6 minutes late, and it is my intentional parenting journey. I want to be sure that I can be heard. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please confirm that you can hear me and that you can see me. We're live on my intentional parenting journey, all right? And today we are having our guests right in the studio. It is so amazing, right? So if you're here, you can hear me and see me. Please reconfirm that I can be heard and that I can be seen, all right? Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Our guest is soon going to be, our guest will soon going to be here, all right? We're having Amina Ismail, all right, joining us this morning. I can see you and hear you. All right, I can see a lot of people. So Amina is in our guest that is going to be sharing her intentional parenting journey is in Abuja, all right? In Abuja, and she is joining me here in the studio. She decided to be here at the office. So I'm going to be sharing with Amina today, and as she comes in, before she comes in, let's see you right in the comment section. Tell me, all right, how has my intentional parenting journey been for you? How has my intentional parenting journey been for you? Has it been interesting? Have you learned something from it? All right. If you have, please share this link with everybody around you so that they would also come and learn with us. All right. There's so much to learn. There's so much to hear. Tag somebody today. Okay. So that we can have everyone learning alike. Now, my intentional parenting journey, it is a conversation with parents who are in the inner circle. Can every single one of those parents coming here to share are sharing their personal journey, nothing added. All right. And for those of you who are asking me, oh, is it for Christian? Is it for Muslims? Who is it for? Today, we are going to be having Amina. We're already live. Amina, please sit. Amina just got in and she wants to scream. Please. Like this. Oh my God. Hi, Amina. It's so good to have you here. Thank you so much for being here, Amina. It is so exciting.
To meet you.
Yes, so I'm meeting Amina for the first time, interestingly, and then we're meeting to do this.
Yes.
So Amina is going to be sharing her intentional parenting journey, and it is interesting that she's right here to sit.
Yes.
So if you can see us and you can, see what's happening.
Yes.
All right, say hi to Amina. Somebody said the series have been explosive, and all of the learning. Amina is very daring. Hi. I don't even know how to say. You know, when I started the Masterpiece Mentorship, I said it is strictly for Christians. She looked at me and said, "So if I come, what will happen?" I'm like, "Nothing." I'm like, "Nothing," and she's right there. It's so good to meet you. I mean,
it's
so good.
Like, I can't even believe it. So let's just talk. Yeah.
So,
oh my God, Coach, wait first now. Coach, this no. Okay, so let me try to get into the mode. I thought I would do all this because this is necessary. I have to show you, Coach. You should have told me, and I've done it somewhere. But anyway, I am just so honored to be here. I am so. This is not scripted. This is me being real. This is me being so honored to be with Coach this morning, and I can't even explain it. Thank you so much for having me, Coach.
Thank you so much, Amina, for being here.
Yes.
You know, I purposely didn't want her to see me before we went live because I didn't want her to do so she's live now so that she can do what she needs to do.
I know, Coach. I have to contain now. This is haba. But yes, I'm grateful, honestly.
Thank you so much for being here. Amina is also one of our TIP moderators. In fact, she's just been amazing on this journey. You know, it reminds me of Hajia last year as well. You know, and so amazing. So Amina, tell me, how did you meet the TIP? How did you meet the Intentional Parent Academy? How did you get everything you're going to be hearing here?
That's what I'm saying.
I am hearing it for the first time. I've never spoken to Amina before on the phone. So you're going to be hearing everything just like I'm hearing it fresh from heaven. All right, so over to you.
Good. Okay, good morning, everyone. Let me try to be as formal as I can. It is not going to be possible. Trust me, I thought I was prepared for this, but I am here and everything that has hit me before I entered. So just take me as I am, really, but I am honored. Coach, I am grateful. I am grateful for all the opportunities, for all the times you showed up for us, for all the times you've just been so amazing. Because you know, when you're an example, we don't even have a choice but to be, an amazing student. So yes, thank you so much, Coach. So, Coach, yes, problem. Right. Yeah. So, Coach, TIP. Finding about TIP it's been a journey. I have been a journey. You're just going to hear today. It's just going to be about a healing journey. Oh, wow. I'm not here to tell you how, your children have to be amazing. I'm not here to tell you how. Go to TIP. You're going to get that when you get into the inner circle. But I am just here to tell you that you cannot be that parent you want to be if you have not confronted your past and have not walked that journey of healing. And so I have been on this journey of healing for quite a while. And it was in 2020, sometime in 2020, when I was on the same, there's this Master the Business of Your Talent program I was on with Steve Harris. Then I was even baking, into full-time baking. I wasn't even doing anything. I just knew I had a burden, so I met Mrs. Chioma Moma. She doesn't even know this. She doesn't know this. And she's also a parenting coach. And I was really intrigued by what she was doing and everything. And that was my first contact with, and it was an eye-opener. Even though I hadn't yet accepted that, okay, there was a work I had to do. I was just like, no, I had to get my business right. I had to do this. I had to do that. And so I would binge on her content. I would read, I would digest, and I do not know. Honestly, I can't explain how I found Coach. Whether she tagged her, whether somebody mentioned her in the comments, something. And I went to International Parent. When you look it, I was like, she's on Instagram, she's on Facebook, she's everywhere. Where have I been? And I would literally sleep on Coach's page for days. And for me, I have this thing where if I do not, there's a level of understanding I have to get to be able to jump in. We have the risk takers of the world. I have to understand before I jump in. So it was a slow process, but I think it was just God building me. And then I think it was really last year, I started digesting everything. I was like, classes every month. What's happening? I was like, no, I can't wait for December to come. When's December coming? Because I didn't want to pinch and just touch and everything, because I was at the stage in my life when I actually needed, my eyes were open to the fact that I had issues. I have 4 boys, 4 amazing boys, 4 energetic boys, And I couldn't connect with these children. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just on autopilot. And this was someone who had an amazing childhood, someone who had a beautiful childhood. And when my dad was, I don't know, he's everything to me. And why couldn't I translate that to my present home? So I didn't know how. I didn't know what the problem was, but I just was unsettled. So yes, I jumped in. I really did. I literally jumped in. And I did not, because I did not do things alone. So I dragged my sisters, like, we are going in because we have walked this journey of life together. You people cannot leave me alone to do this, you know. So before then, I had already even started, you know, trying to mentor moms and talk to moms of boys, and like, okay, what are we doing? I didn't really know what I was doing myself, but I knew there was a gap. I was so sure there was a gap. I was so sure there was something wrong. And coach was the answer. Honestly, I had started this healing journey. I knew I was working on myself, but I knew I needed that parenting. There was still an issue. But by the time I came in, coach, let's get there. You have not asked me about my TIP experience, but that was how I found TIP. So we just started talking about when I got into TIP, what happened. So for me, I just knew that there was an issue with my parenting. Yes, there was an issue with my parenting. I couldn't connect to my boys. And my dad would ask, when he would ask after the boys and all that, like, we were doing everything for this. You know how a new mom, I am so particular about, and so is their dad, you know, about bringing up children. He's so vested in their children. So we had the matching everything. You would do everything for them. Their clothes were spick and span, you know, make sure they go to the best schools and all of that. But there was something missing. I was in autopilot, constantly trying to see what's the best meals we create for them. What's this, what's that. But these kids, the moment they started growing, I couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel connect. I couldn't connect. I was just moving through the motions. Oh, I'm supposed to be a good mom. And these boys were growing, and coach, we're getting there. Let me not say everything all at once.
Amazing,
yes, but that was the
amazing.
issue.
So we have Amina in the house, and like I said, Amina is one of the most daring. Sometimes when I watch her, so you know, for many people, they don't know how much I learn from them. You know, so it's usually very easy to say things like, oh, you know, I'm learning from you, coach. There's a lot, you know, there's a lot to learn from you. But you know, I have been through a journey that have taught me so much that many of the times when I look at people like Amina, I am, you know, I believe that there's so much more to be able to bridge gaps, to be able to, you know, get into systems that, you know, you can look at it and say, am I really sure? So this will be the next question. You know, there's always that thing about religion. You're a Christian. I'm a Muslim. Why is a Christian parenting coach coaching you? And then I'm sure somebody must have asked you, are there no Muslim, you know, parenting coaches all over? You know, working with Hajia last year, I had a few Muslims, not a few. Last year we had quite a number, and this year as well. And you know, Hajia, there was something Hajia told me in one of those, you know, sessions with her, and that got me to the point where we need to get to a point where we understand that for us to make any difference, we need to bridge this. We need to bridge the place of, you know, understanding what knowledge, you know, really means and should be. So Amina would be that best person to answer this question. What did you feel the first time you noticed that this woman is a Christian, and it's not like she's going to teach it without putting it in your face that she's a Christian?
Yes.
So what was that thing, and how did you get convinced to actually go on?
Well, what I'm going to say isn't what I don't know how to put it. I don't even know. Let me just talk.
Yes, please.
Coach, I've come from very far, and I have, like, I grew up where I think my upbringing is my upbringing just makes me different, honestly. And not just that, there's also a difference. There's something happening. I don't know, Coach. I don't know if anyone has noticed that there's a shift beginning to happen.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry. Let me sort it out.
That's okay. So, I mean, I just need to look at her phone, put it off. So sorry about that for the interruption. She needed to do that. Thank you so much for your patience. So we have in the studio Amina is sharing her intentional parenting journey, and Amina is meeting me for the first time.
For the very first time, people. For the very first time. Yes, and so I was saying just how my upbringing, and not just my upbringing, the fact that even in my religion, it is said that you should seek knowledge and go to the ends of the earth to seek knowledge. So it has never really been an issue that when I see a gap, I know that it needs to be filled. And then I know that I have the extra work to, see how it ties to my own religion, see how and funny enough, there are so many things that you say that is what our religion says. But the truth is, we have not really done that work of digging. We have not really done that work of making it relatable.
Yeah.
So it's almost for a lot of us. And honestly, I am so grateful to our own. There's so many scholars too that are trying to, and even so many educators in Islam now that are actually trying to bridge that gap. But with what we knew was, it's almost like the teaching started and ended in the mosque, and we couldn't really translate it to, okay, my marriage, I'm having issues with my marriage, and you're telling me about Jannah. So how does this relate? This is what I'm facing now. How does this link to, me making that Jannah up, or me not getting into the hellfire? So there's been that gap, but we're finally needing to bridge that gap. And we're seeing, and it even has helped me appreciate my religion more, because that work, when you hear Coach like digging stories from, the Christian scriptures and the Bible and everything, I'm like, are you for real? Oh no, you now see me, I have to go back and I have to check, who was this person in Islam? What did Islam say about him? And it has made me to increase, widen my horizon. Yes, most of it was like stories of the Prophet, which we have not even explored. And so one of the things is, how do I take these stories of the Prophet and make it relatable? Tell me that, okay, because, of the humility of Prophet Musa, we have to teach our kids to be humble. We have to teach our kids that he could God made him to be able to part the Red Sea. So what is that telling us? It's telling us trust is in him. He's telling us tawakkul, but he's also telling him to he threw his staff. If he did not do that, so all of these things, I don't know. I'm not even able to differentiate, honestly. And this is not me saying, okay, I'll become a Christian. I'm not going to be a Christian. No. And I still hold my values, but at the same time, we have to tell ourselves the truth that knowledge is universal. Knowledge is, you just need to take it and work with it to suit you. So, Coach, I don't know if I will talk and go. Then I'm like, did I even answer the question?
No, you did. You did.
Did I even answer the question?
So
yes.
because many of the times people come to me and say, yeah, they do Muslim center. In fact, I remember a particular person who gave me grief last year. Oh Lord, she will chat me again and say, I've not seen any Muslim. I said, there are Muslims. Calm down.
That's because upbringing. It's culture and it's the upbringing.
Yes,
and honestly, I am so grateful. And I know my dad is not here and everything, but I am so grateful for how we were brought up, because he would tell you, like, once you get something, it is yours to do what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
You just go and collect. You just go and get it. And then, so I was so open to, I have coaches, and then, I had this teacher, may God rest his soul. He passed away like last year, and he was a scholar with a difference. He was somewhere, I think he was in Canada, then he moved to Dubai. I have never seen anyone so open. He was the one who introduced me to Tony Robbins. I was like, how? Like, this is a scholar who, like, studied in the University of Medina, Sheikh Muhammad Al-Sharif, and you would wonder, he was a nation builder. He helped us to understand that we need to start tweaking our thinking. We can't be poor and broke and say we are Muslims. Like, how do we do this? And so I started to learn from so many of these people. And we need to change the narrative. And if I have to make that noise till I get to the end, like, no, I do not have to have. And while I respect and really pay, and honor our Muslim scholars, and I learn from a lot of them too. But when you see the truth, you go for it and stop dilly-dallying and stop asking questions. Like Coach would say, fly with instructions. You move and stop. It can be frustrating sometimes, really. But honestly, you won't find me in that WhatsApp group.
I totally agree, you know, and you don't find, you know, a lot of us who are, you know, very, you know, much like that. So now you can see where I'm coming from when I say that there was so much I could learn. I mean, I vested in the TRP system. I would, you know, so when we started the masterpiece, one of the things that I said clearly was that I'm going to teach using the scriptures. And I said, that question was so clear. What will happen? As in this kind, I don't understand. Is it that I'm not supposed to be there? Coach, I'm inside there. As in, I am inside there. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm inside. Honestly, and can see, yes, she is a true masterpiece woman. So let's move away from masterpiece because these women will not let us. All right. So, Amina, what has been your experience as you have journeyed through with your family, your children? You know, you've already said to us that this is your journey of healing. How has healing impacted in what it is that has happened to you in the inner circle? What's the best part of the inner circle for you? The voice notes, the webinar, the books? What exactly is it about the inner circle that have impacted your journey?
Coach, you don't ask me to list to pick. I would, because the moment you said the webinars, I was like, yes, that's it. Because then the moment you said the voice notes, I was like, I just felt like one warm blanket was put over me, because honestly, that is what those voice notes are to me. Like, I have never been in a system where every morning I wake up to you reminding me of, like, and as if you know, I deal with focus and concentration issues, like, you know, this shiny object syndrome where, you know, because I don't have it all figured out yet. Honestly, that is what I'm here to say. I am not one, you know, one scholar in anything. Nothing at all. Even the boy mom coaching I'm doing, I am working through this journey. But at the same time, I know I am not where I am. So I celebrate every little moment. So, yeah, so I'm not this scholar. I struggle with focus and concentration. I want to get this. I'm like, okay, this is the next best thing. Yeah, coach will wake me up and tell me that I have to focus. This is my journey and the structure that they put in TIP. So anyway, coach said, what was my experience? My experience was from day one. My experience was like, I sat down that evening, 6 p.m. I can't forget. I was like, okay, cool, let's do this. And I think I was trying to iron my kids' clothes while taking I was like, okay, I know it's one of those webinars ready. I did not know where I dropped that one. I didn't even realize that I had dropped it. I had taken my book. I sat on a chair and I was writing. I said, no, this is not your regular thing. You know, from the word go, you will get it. And the way you're gobsmacked. And you're like, what? What is this? Like, where have I been? But it wasn't so much of where have I been. It was just the gratitude, coach. I was just grateful. And I think it has been my journey of gratitude. Because from... Coach, you do not know where I'm coming from. You do not want to know where I'm coming from. But let me focus on myself and my kids. From not understanding what was going on, I started to understand, because you know how when they say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So it wasn't like I was even planning that, okay, you know, by the end of 2022, I'm going to get into this academy and all of that. But I saw that I was brain. I saw that my eyes were open to the gaps. They had been open and I was just walking this journey. And when TIP came, it was just like, yes, it just started hitting the boxes and checking the boxes. But where it wasn't like, it was now not for the children. Shebi, I said I was healing. Shebi, I told you people, I had invested in courses. I had coaches I was working with. Amazing people who had taken me from where I was, you know, to where I was now at that 2022. When I got into TIP, I was like, hey, God, now, God, but you said I was ready. You said I was ready. Which one is this again? And so I went back and I continued to build, because it is not about, like, it is, I feel like I'm seeing my son. It is not about that boy. It is not, because I had a strong-willed first child. And like they say that mothers and their first sons are like the yin to my yang and everything. This one, I don't even get it. I don't understand. You know, but it was not about him. It was me. I needed to understand him. I needed to even understand why I couldn't understand him. I needed to understand that I was on autopilot. I needed to see that I wasn't I wasn't being there for him. I was just going through the motions. I didn't even know, what are you talking about learning style? I just know that I hate that you get angry. I hate that you do this. I do not like, you're meant to listen to me. You're meant to. But the burning in my heart, and I'm thankful for my dad. I am thankful for my parents and how, in short, they're the warmest people you would ever meet. So that in itself was enough to tell me that there was an issue. That in itself was enough to tell me that I'm still, like, my sisters are my best friends. So these were the things that kept me up at night. How do I make these boys grow up to be there for each other when I'm gone? How do I make them? It is not adding up. It is not by washing their clothes.
Just because your father did
it. Coach, now why?
So it wasn't just automatic.
I felt like, because I went into maybe marriage, I wasn't so prepared because I was always like career driven and everything. It has to be career. So marriage was okay. Yes, we'll marry. Yes, and I have to be a good wife. Yes, but the children part was like, I've got this figured out now. What are you telling me?
What are you talking about?
When I look at my friends hail my friends love my parents. Yeah. My friends, in short, I have a friend that's like, your father is my guy, my G, and all of that. So I knew that, I know that one was not an issue, but I did not know that I had gone through a lot that did not allow me to, to connect. So I had to begin my healing journey. When Coach started saying that it wasn't about me, when we started creating family values, I was like, yes, that was what Daddy was doing all this while. And there was no name to it. He would always say that, you have to, how would I put it? You're representing me. You're like, the moment they ask after me, how am I doing? How is your mom doing? You're the next person because I'm the first. So you have to try. You are like a living and breathing, all of us in one. And so all of those things and the numerous admonitions he will give us. And I wasn't doing that for my kids because I just did not even know that I was supposed to do it. I thought that, okay, it's now time to be washing. The more you wash their clothes, the cleaner their clothes are, the more they will love you.
This washing and ironing, you need to see her clothes creeps. It's very important to her.
It's not. It was borrowed. I am very scattered. As long as my books are. But I was living someone else's dream. That was just it. And so, thankfully, I had to find my way back to myself. And then, Coach, it is beautiful. We are not where we are. We are not where we should be. But I am. Coach, you've not asked me. Can I go ahead? Please, I am so grateful. From those morning reminders every single day. Like, how does Coach create a structure where every morning she is there? No, there is no day she's not there. And those tools. And I will not lie, I do not, and that is why I'm with my full chest. This is the first time I'm repeating anything. Daddy, I can because he was always about, you have to be, he really did put in, that structure. But academics aside, Daddy, I am repeating TIP again, like level 1. I'm going to be level 1 for as long as I can because I need to milk it. I need to milk Coach. I need to squeeze it. And I think that is what I need for everybody. It is not about, and so I see testimonials, I'm like, yes. I'm just celebrating everybody because I am on my own journey and I am celebrating myself too. I think I need to come out more, but I do not know. Maybe I'm not there yet, but I am just grateful for where I am. The webinars themselves.
Let's talk a bit about the webinar. So what was that webinar, apart from the induction? I know that every new inner circle parent says, even the old one said, that induction, Coach, what happened after 1 year? So apart from the induction, what is that webinar? We're not even done with the year's webinar. But so far, what is that webinar that, got you thinking? All right. And you're like, what am I doing here?
There are many. There are a couple of them. Because our webinars are many, but I can remember each one and what the message was and everything. But Coach, the main thing, one of the main ones was that time management. Time management. I told you, Coach, I struggle with focus. I struggle with, with trying to stick to one thing and do it and see it till the end. And so when you talked about essentialism, I was like, what? I haven't head. Like, what is happening? I couldn't sit down. I remember I was in the library. I was like, I will close my book. I will open it again. I will continue. I will go back. I will remind, because me, I do not, sorry, coach. I know I should be more present at the live, but I have a thing for, I need to rewind. I need to, I need to stop. I need to take notes. My notes are full. And so that day I was like, yes, this is it. Essentially, you can't be, okay, balance here. And how do you balance being a mom, being a business owner, trying to write proposals and all of those things? How do you balance it? No, everything is like, everything is important, like she would say, but not everything is important. I know there's a way coach puts it like that. So what is important at that particular time? And in all of it, remember that your family is important all of the time. So it was so that webinar made me to rethink and know that, okay, then honor as a skill. I don't think there's any yada that survived after honor as a skill. I don't think there was any yada that survived after honor as a skill, because we go out and we want to look so fly and we want to look so, make good impressions and everything. But what impression are you creating at home? I changed my kids' plates, so I changed what I used to serve my family. What are you talking about? Why would I be bringing out the Chinaware just because there's a visitor? Why wouldn't I? How do I teach my kids honor if I am not honoring them? And so even the language in our home started to change. The way I was talking to them started to change. I started to see them as not just kids, because I feel we do our kids so much of a disservice. We do our kids so much of a disservice where we just feel, I don't know. And then something my sister always says, like, did they beg us to be brought into this world? Why do we think we have a choice to just, like, can we switch it one day and let them be the parents and let us be the kids? Will we be happy the way we're being, they will treat us? So that just made me, it just changed a lot for me. Yes, they're not perfect. You're going to have challenges and everything. But I honestly did calm down, because I was going through my own journey where I was struggling with a lot of things. And then I really did, they were the ones who bore the brunt of some of them, but I had to change. I knew it wasn't going to work anymore. No. So it was like this mother hen thing that came and just took over. And that came from honor as a skill. Then another one, coach. There was this parenting lunch plan.
Yes.
I said, no, TIP is a university. TIP is a complete institution. How will you tell me that I can prepare, like, everything that I want for my child? And that was that my teacher taught me. May Allah bless his soul and keep him and make him enter Jannatul Firdaus and all of that. He made us to. There was a program called Visionaire, where we will dream, we will dream. He was like, not as far as your eye can see, just keep going and keep going and keep going. Now, what do you dream for yourself? And it is because we do not have that dream with our kids. It's because we are in the now. Okay, what is for lunch? Okay, what are we taking to school? We're just thinking about
things that are minor.
These things are not the things that we need. These things are not the things our kids need to thrive tomorrow. We need to be thinking parents. We need to be constantly at the top of our game. So how is it that I am able to start to think of my son in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, and I'm even supposed to test this lunch plan for each and every stage, and then till he becomes an adult? And like, God, I was never really settled, because I had this thing of what's happening with me. Like, my kids, is this the best I can do for them? Is this the best I am going to do for them? They go to amazing schools, though. Like, give that to us, give that to their dad and everything. But I still felt like, tomorrow, like, am I just leaving it to chance? Am I just leaving it to them? Or coach came, and it's like you don't have a choice. You have to sit up. So we're constantly now talking of, okay, what it is that we want to do. This is what we're doing, because we're building that lunch plan. I'm not saying I'm done with it. I can't even be done with it. But I have started working on it. I have started, and the funny thing, because I'm a talker, I kind of express myself in the house. So we are all in it together. So I'm not the one who, okay, I have developed this lunch plan. Yes, so this is what you're going to do with your life. No, make your children a part of the process. Let them, then they will be able to, you'll be able to integrate it into them. They will be able to own it and run with it. And when they need to tweak it, you're there to guide them and help them tweak it. So yes, coach, that lunch plan it launched me into it.
So, it was in I think that was 2 years ago that I had to develop the lunch plan. I had shared with the parents how we've created, it was in bits and pieces. It was in papers, in emails, in different things that we have created it on our journey. And at some point, anytime I shared in the inner circle, the parents would say, so coach, where is the launch plan manual? I said, you are confusing us the more. And I'm like, okay, so that means we can piece this together. The pre-launch, the test launch, and the final launch plan. And the launch plan has been a blessing to my own family. I do not know, about any other person. My own family. Sometimes we're looking at, so when our children are turning a new age, we're not interested in so how do we do the birthday? We're asking ourselves, in the launch plan, these children are supposed to be 12 and traveling alone. Can they? Have we been able to test this? Have we been able to actually put all of these things together to be able to see where our children will be? So it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you running, and that's why the launch plan book, came out. And when it came out, it even made my own journey better because I could now document it properly. So it's no longer in bits and pieces. So most of the things that I developed for the parents in the inner circle is a personal journey. You don't even get it. Yes. Because I'm walking a journey myself as well. So whether you use it or not, it's beneficial to me first before it is to even anybody. So and it makes it tangible in the inner circle because I am present in the journey. I'm not telling you something that is out of place, that is going to happen. No, we're walking the journey. We're going, through it. I remember sharing with the parents in the inner circle about, how the children had done in the past year. And I said to them, it helped me to understand that you can't just rest. You can actually get your children to a point where they shouldn't be. Because, the arrival mentality, you know what? My children are doing well. If there's anybody who should say that, I should. Oh, my children are doing well. They're very well behaved. They're very perfect. In fact, that's when you should actually stand up to the work. The more you have results, the more work you actually have to do. All right. So this is so key. And for those of us who are listening to us, who are yarders, who are not yarders, who are wondering what the launch plan is about. The launch plan is an exclusive plan in the master. Period. That's what it is. Really? I was sharing about the masterpiece devotional recently. Somebody said, please, can I get it? I said, no. It is an exclusive piece of the masterpiece. That's how we confused. That's how we create systems. Correct? We create systems in exclusivity. And because we also do not want it to confuse you. Alright, so people say, can I join the inner circle in the middle of the day, in the middle of the year?
And it's for your own good. And
yes,
it's for your own good.
You will be confused.
I don't know how to put it. Do you need somewhere to feel safe? Do you need somewhere where you don't have a figure? Because I love those who, we are not all on the same journey. I love those who are able to take things and run and have built empires and just like Coach. But at the same time, I'm constantly looking out for those who are struggling, who do not even know where to start. But that thing is there because we have this, it's called the fitra in Islam, where this is your good nature, where God has put in every one of us. And so you feel unsettled, you're struggling with something. Any aspect of your life, trust me, I'm not just talking of just with your kids. Come into the inner circle. And don't think that the first day you get results and you hear people who are just saying they have results. Those people have been working for years. And today, it may not make sense. Tomorrow, one day, like I was so, at some point I was so bothered. Was I getting results? Till I actually did talk to God about it. Like, I need you to show me, because I do not want to be an ungrateful person. I do not want to be an ungrateful, because the way I am, I will usually be quiet. I am a learner. Coach, now, masterpiece is for me. I am a learner. Coach said, nobody is here to learn, because she understands that a lot of us do not appreciate even what we have learned.
Yes.
Till we're able to put it forward. And so I told myself, in TIP, till my son is doing it like 100, I can see him and like, yes, I'm proud of you. I'm not going to be talking. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to be quiet. I'm not going to say anything. I just want to keep learning and writing and taking. My notes are full. I have like how many of these? I have so many of them. The one for the books, the one for the But after speaking to God and really making dua and praying to him and saying, God, no, I do not want to be ungrateful. And I also want to help people on this journey. And somehow, I don't even know when it happened, because usually I'm not that very, where, okay, it started and it happened that this. No, I just found out that, see me, I'm saying that I want to do, when I say I do not want to be known in TIP because I am not getting results. All of a sudden, I'm saying I want to be a moderator. Like, what does that have to do with anything? How is it? And it just started coming out. It just started coming out. And it is yet to come out, honestly. It is still coming out, but I do not want to be silent anymore. Do you understand? Because there's so many. I think that's another thing that this has taught me, that there's so many in that place struggling, looking for help. And I'm like, no, I am going to be TIP in Kano. Everybody, starting from my kids' schools. Because while I'm so impressed with what they're doing, it's like, see the work that we have to do. It's not like my children were struggling academically and that was what pushed me to TIP. No, they have always been doing amazingly well in school. In short, this last year, I was like, Coach, I have not sent you the picture, the way, the awards that they packed and everything. And I was just so grateful because we have even become more intentional and I can see the results. But it wasn't even in the awards. It was in the little things. It was in the little things. It was in something as little as his teacher sending me a message, like one of their teachers sending me a message 2 days ago and like saying, thank you for being so kind to me. Thank you. And then I have this one-on-one interaction with their teachers, and not because of just my child. I speak things and look at things and say, what can we do better here? What can you do better here? So that has meant, I know that is just, it's just coming out. I don't know when I started it. This was me who said, no, I haven't gotten results and I'm not going to be talking. I'm not going to be talking.
And here you are.
I'm not going to be talking, but you can't take in so much and keep it. I think it will even make you sick.
Yes.
It will make you. Yes. It's not wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. And coach is constantly giving on a daily. So you're either in or you're out. There is no
middle ground.
There is no middle ground. There is none. There is none.
There is no middle ground.
Yes.
I don't see people who don't talk. If you're not talking about teaching. If all the talk, I'm learning, I'm just quiet, I'm following, I'm following Nicodemus in a Nicodemus way. No. You are. What I teach to people I mentor is that you must be loud and heard. You must be heard. Bold, loud, and heard. People will hear you because what you're taking in is a lot. I like what Amina said. She said it's in the little things. It's not in the big things. It's in the very little things. And before you know it, you exploded. When we started, the Masterpiece Women, I said, we're here to learn. I said, no, stick it. You guys are not here to learn. I don't want that. You see that comment? Don't bring it. You're here to think.
Yeah.
And if you're not, and that's what I say in TIP Inner Circle program. You are a thinking parent. You are a thinking parent. You're supposed to think. As you take in what I'm saying, you're supposed to say, how can this be done better? I have particularly grown seeing people's suggestions, seeing people, push. I was sharing in the Inner Circle one time. I said, walking your child through puberty. I wrote it 4 years ago, 5 years, I can't remember, but it was because of the conversations that happened in the system. In fact, I created a course and the parents said, no, the course is not enough.
I know.
Coach, we need a book and a workbook.
Yes.
And that's what it was one of the works that pushed me so hard because I needed to do research. I needed to be, do so many things. And I loved the push. There are too many pushes, that I see every day. So if you're not even able to think, you will constipate me self that is teaching you. So no, don't come and not be thinking. All right, yes, you must be bold, loud, and heard. All right. So let's talk about, let's talk about the books, which is the book of the month. The books you read so far that have been like that book. That book.
It will still remain. It will always be Connect to Correct. It will always be Connect to Correct because you can't do anything with your child if you, because in Africa, I do not understand how our parents brought us up where, your father driving in, it will not make you happy. It will make you run away. I don't, and this man is the one who is meant to guide me, who is meant to teach me, who is meant to, maybe I'm a very, I don't know how to put it, I'm a very, what I say, I don't even know what to call myself, but I love to be taught, I love to be guided. I appreciate when when I know better, I do better. You know, and so when you just leave your child there, like not knowing what to teach him, and you come with the hitting, with the yelling, and with the getting, and some people even keep malice with their kids. I do not understand how that works. Like that's a different level of juju. I don't understand what you're doing. Why are you not talking to your kids because they did this or they broke that, or what is happening? And so Connect to Correct will help you understand why you can't even connect with yourself. It starts with not being able to connect with yourself. How are you? Because I see that a lot of us that struggle with our children, it's because we have those things we're telling our children, we tell ourselves in our own inside when we're speaking to ourselves. We're not compassionate in ourselves. We're too hard on ourselves. What is this? Like life is not that hard. Life is not that difficult. It's all about, having empathy, having compassion, seeing yourself as a teacher. Everything is based on connection. You do not even, and once you have that connection, trust me. I don't understand. I wish I can explain how, like someone who went from constantly struggling with my son, constantly having those arguments and all, and now not only is he we're a work in progress, but he's a lot calmer. We're able to he's able to come to me. He's able to come to me. That was the most important thing. The fact that he's able to come to me, and when he's in a difficult situation, he comes to me and he appreciates what I tell him. Do you understand? Before it was like, okay, like what are you saying? It wasn't even there. But I am also seeing how it's playing out with the younger ones, and there's one who basically is like me. We call ourselves the emotional ones in the family, and I am seeing how I struggled with that one too, where he was any little thing, he'll cry, he'll fly off the handle and everything. And now I am seeing the beauty of being an emotional, being like someone who is quite sensitive and emotional and empathetic towards other people. He is so kind to his younger ones. I'm like, how would this have come out if I did not know how to connect with them? If it was just still the yelling, these children don't know. They don't know. They need us to teach them. And so we make it look as if I am waiting for you. Why? They don't know.
Like I'm writing, I wrote in the discipline. Discipline is not an emergency.
Yes.
We make it look as if I'm waiting for it. I've set a trap.
Coach.
In fact, do it now and try me.
No, it's not intentional. They're not out to frustrate you. The things that are frustrating you are different. You need to separate the two. So Connect to Correct just help me break this thing down and know that whatever it is I'm doing, if I want to teach him, if I want to expose him to anything new, if I want to even bribe him to do anything, I have to connect with him first. And it is the most powerful tool I have used. I don't know, this whole journey it has been, and it is not just powerful with my children. It has helped me with my coaches, with my mentors, with the people I work with, so I have to, you just need to come into the inner circle. Please do come. Please come. And the one we just started, resolving sibling rivalry. I started reading it. I couldn't drop it. I was like, okay, I've gotten to my destination. Let me go. Are you sure we have gotten there? Let me keep moving. Yes. Resolving sibling rivalry.
Yes, that's it.
Is an amazing book.
Connect to Correct.
It's an amazing book where you see all these village people that we keep talking about.
That is cracking me up. They are you village people.
They are not. They don't exist. You just do not have the right knowledge.
Yeah.
You do not. And the most powerful thing for me, because I usually love to go back to the roots of things, the most powerful thing is knowing why you are where you are. And then do not stay there and be swimming inside. Oh my God. You're just wasting time. Okay, now I know. Now, how do I get to where it is that I need to be? And once you have these two things, you're fine. You're fine. No, life won't always be perfect. You will still have, but you have the tools. But that is the tools that I have on this journey. I am so relaxed. So that when I see a new thing, the other day I saw my son, when he gets angry, he will throw, that's the youngest son, he will throw this one away, he will throw that one away. I say, hey, I've not started with you, wait now, wait.
I have your medicine.
I have your medicine. You now go back and you go to those things that coach tells you to do. How do you teach him? How do you, teach him, even just what they call them, happy Coach,
The
what's that
emotions,
thing?
emotions.
Emotions, yes,
Emotions.
yes. Describe emotions to him. Role play those things to him. We have our calm down corner. We have so many things that we use. We have all of those things, and I'm like, God, Amina, when did you get here? When did you get here? So it's not a big, I'm not like, okay, I know, so now I have an institution where I'm doing, no, I need to do that for myself. And I need to do that. We carry ourselves along, me and my sisters. And there's something, we share ideas, and like, okay, what is that we're supposed to do? When we go far, we know that we have left. You go, oh yeah, come back. Come back. So we know that it is not about us. It is our children. It is not about our children. It is about us. Yes. So and that is the foundation of everything.
Amazing.
Yes,
amazing. So connect to correct.
Yes,
This
connect
morning
to
I was
correct.
still sharing about writing connect to correct, how it was written. Why is even yellow?
Oh, coach, now you're supposed to be telling us these things.
I'm telling you, I think I will share it tomorrow. Why is even yellow in the first place? And a yellow book. Why should a book even be yellow? For what?
Yeah.
But there's a reason why it's Connect to Correct is yellow. And every time I read Connect to Correct myself, I've read Connect to Correct now several times, more than 10 times. I read it, I'm like, who wrote this book? That's the way I feel myself. And this is so key. Knowing the reason why you are where you are. Amina said, it is not just about knowing, it's also about saying, okay, so I'm here, I've known. So what will I now grow? And to actually get there. Yes, Amina said village people, ignorance is village people. That's actually what she said literally. Ignorance is village people.
Yeah.
So did you ever invite somebody to watch this series with us? Did you share this with your family or your friend? But sharing with you the journey of parents in the inner circle. Amina have been a parent working with me in the inner circle, and we've come a journey. It's been as if I've known Amina for like 2 years.
No,
but it's not even up to 1 year.
No,
That's the truth. So I tell people who come into the inner circle, you can come in and be aloof, or you can come in and be inside. The choice is yours, really. And there are people who have been there 4 years that is still, not. So you choose how to actually walk your journey. But the most important thing is you can't get into the inner circle and nothing changes in your life. It doesn't even matter how you come. Yeah. Somebody said, Coach, I have not attended webinars all. I have not even, in fact, but being on that group, I'm seeing what people are sharing. It has changed my life.
Yes.
It has changed my whole life. I want more, but what I've gotten is amazing to me. So what would be that thing that you're going to be telling the people who are listening to us, who are, thinking, are you sure she did not call this woman now to call on the phone to come and tell her, please come and help me share about the inner circle, please? Or are you sure she did not go to the corner and tell them in the yard, all of you that are coming, better come and share what will make people come into the program?
I've never spoken to Coach. This is my first time speaking to Coach. I like hearing her voice, apart from the voice notes. This is my first time. And I am so grateful because I would believe that, okay, I need to have maybe a one-on-one interaction to be able to, for you to bless for you to be able to pour into me and all of that. But you don't need that. You don't need that. You need to just be prepared to change the narrative. Are you ready? Are you ready? You have to be ready. And you don't have to be ready, okay, all the money and everything. No. Sometimes the puff-puff will bake, and like we were so invested in this puff-puff in our kitchen that you would think we spent $1 million making this puff-puff. Yes. That day was popcorn. Then everybody was, because it's in the little things. I always say it's in the little things. So do not get, because okay, there's somebody in the group that is the high commissioner. No, it is not your business. It is not focus your focus. So please, like I said, are you looking for something holistic? Because I'm always about, I do not believe in this and then that you're struggling there, or that and this. There are some things obviously that you don't have control about or you can't control over, but just come in. It will even teach you how to, after honor as a skill, coach. I don't know what honor has to do with forgiveness. I don't know what honor. I do not even understand. But I was willing to let go of a lot of things, and I did let go of a lot of things. And I started this journey knowing that there are some things I can control. They are there. There are some things I cannot control. They are there, and I made peace with it. As in the peace that sits in me now. I know it will constantly work in progress, but I just want you to take that step. And don't say, okay, my children, I need to be fine first before my children are fine. It is in the inner circle you will be fine. It is in the inner circle you will find answers to what you seek. Literally around everything. Your health too. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Like, you're saying that this person is one sending you voice note. See how she's everywhere, jumping up and down. You want to stay here and be sitting there and say, I don't have time. You have to have time. You have to have time. No matter how busy you are, you will create that time, because coach opens your eyes to the things that are most important to you. Yes. So basically, do not even sleep on this, really, because it's a family where you can't have a problem and be alone. Because at some point, maybe someone will ask something, or a book will respond to something. I don't even need to. I'm just waiting. Okay, the ones I don't have, or me myself, because I've become a thinking parent. I will stand up, I will go, I will do the research and come in and do the work. So it changes you in some way. Do you have even issues in your business, even issues in creating systems and structure? You see how coach is so, systemized and systematic, and so, in what she does. And somehow it just rubs off on us. It just rubs off. So please come join the family. We are waiting. You can never be too many, because the grace that coach is carrying is for the world, and we have not even scratched the surface. So please, I think my message to myself, because I'm usually not oblivious of the fact that I'm work in progress, and I tell myself I need to be louder about TIP. I need to be more, I have done the little I can, my family and immediate and everything, but no, we need to go out more. We need to do a lot more work, because people are struggling. People are literally dying and they are alive. So it doesn't make sense. So please come into the inner circle, and the money will finish on the first day.
Amazing.
We'll finish on the first day.
Amazing. And Amina is in the academy with her sisters. Yes. It's as if, they just moved like a... You see, where are you? Let's move. And everybody is just moving. So it's not just her. And you see why when we started this conversation, I told you that there is so much that I have particularly learned from this woman. She a lot of people who, come in there, a lot of people, just simple chats. And there's so much to learn, about it. We were reviewing the book, Resolving Sibling Rivalry, 2 days ago. And somebody tweaked, a conversation, and shared with me. It was so profound. She was like, Coach, I think that this thing, can it also be this? Can it also be that? I was like, this is it. This is it. There's something about this thing you shared. And I started to think broad, and boom, I had so many things coming out of one statement from one person. If you're worried about whether you'll be able to connect with me, trust me, you will. Yes. I've been given a gift to be able to connect with the people I work with. I don't know how it happens, but somehow it just happens. Somebody once asked me, I said, you said that this forward were about 3,000. How were you able to connect? I said, don't worry. If you answer people, I say yes. Are you sure that I say yes? Yes. The answer is yes to all. We've been given the grace to do this, and I can tell you that the inner circle is for you if you are looking, like Amina said, to become a well-rounded person and to raise a well-rounded person. The inner circle is an institution, is a system. There's too many things. There are too many things to pick. That is not just it's a on the network. Sorry about that. All right. It's a holistic, life-changing, system. It is a place where you come in and you know that something actually changed about you. So the inner circle is a couple's fee. A single fee is 100,000 naira per annum. If you do it by 12. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, if you do that 100,000 by 12,
that's less than
10,000 naira in a month. And believe you me,
yeah,
the things you get to learn in the academy, you can't pay. If you pay 10,000 anywhere and get, if you pay 100,000 anywhere and get it, please come and ask for a refund.
That's so true.
Come and ask for a refund.
That's so true.
And for a couple fee, because we want couple to also be there, it's 170,000 naira per year. Trust me, this will be one of the best things that happened to you. Know 2 years ago, yes, 2 years ago, the friends in the inner circle dragged me in the inner circle.
Yes.
I said, what did I do? They said, Coach, you didn't talk about the inner circle enough. We want to go and share our journey, create a program. That's how my intentional parenting journey started.
Yes.
Create a program. Let us come and tell people what is happening to us. Stop sharing, we will share.
We'll share. And it's amazing because it's also like just one thing I've learned from Coach Nchole, I've learned so many things from her, but the ability to learn from every situation is just so beautiful. And so you're listening to another parent, another Yada talking, saying her experience, and you're learning so much. It's like you are not even you are there, yes, you can relate, but you're seeing it from a different perspective. So it's like we're building this wall, we're building this, I don't even know what to call it, another planet on our own where we are going to, and we are not even joking. Like, don't even,
no, we're not joking.
We're not joking. And like Coach said, like, we're out here to preserve. I'm so intentional about, the things that are said around my children and other children too. And so you do not have a choice but to want to pay it forward.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can't see this, you can't know this, and now just keep quiet. So we're out to look out for Yadas. We're out to change the world.
Oh,
and
yes.
I'm not even joking.
Oh, yes.
I am not joking.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So where do you rather be? In the ark or outside the ark?
So Amina, share with us what would be your last word before I go and kiss and hug Amina, because I'm not kissed and hugged. So I'm going to be sharing you pictures of our kisses and hugs. I love to do that a lot. So Amina, what would be your last word as we go?
It's just that I don't even know. I think I've said all that can be said about Inner Circle, and I just pray that God preserves Coach. Like, Coach is not going anywhere. Wherever I go, I'm literally holding her wherever it is she's going, because when you recognize something and you're still doubting, there's a problem. That's when the village people are really there for you. You need to, like, when you see it, because there is
this adjustment is another thing.
Coach, it's just the fact that I am so relaxed knowing that I have you. You are in my corner. Knowing that I just know that whenever there's an issue, I know that Coach will bring up something that will solve this matter. Do you understand? So do you want to be, I keep talking about having a safe space, because see, the world out there is so harsh. It's so brash. It's so toxic. There's just so much going on. Is it our culture? Is it our upbringing? We're struggling with so many things. Don't you want to be in a place where you can rest your head and say, yes, these people get me. These people know where it is that I'm going. These people understand my intentions and they're ready to help me through it. So I do not know what else you're looking for out there when you have the Inner Circle. So please come join us, and we can't be too many, like I said.
Yes, we can't be too many.
Is enough for all of us.
Yes. Thank you so much. I see you all joining us this morning.
Yes.
And please do not be jealous when you see our hugs and kisses and videos.
I had to do this live. I was like, no, I wasn't going to give it up.
Thank you so much, Amina. Thank you so much.
Honored.
I love you. I honor you. Thank you
honored.
so much for believing. Thank you so much for following.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being a masterpiece woman.
Yes.
And hey, we're coming to shock you. And hey, and like Mrs. Knott said, TIP is not a spa. Come ready. We're in for business. All right. We look forward to having you in that system. And we will be so glad to have you be in this corner. You see how Amina is in my corner. Amazing corner. See you, everybody, at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Because we're going to be live for back to school. For those of you who are in the back to school masterclass, of course, every single Yada is in the back to school masterclass. See you guys and have an amazing day. Love you all. Thank you for joining us in. See you tomorrow, where Pastor Anu is going to be sharing. Oh, Pastor Anu, Pastor Kindola Anu have been in the Pastor Kindola, not Pastor Anu. Pastor Wale Akinlola,
Oh my
is
God.
going to be sharing. I don't know if he's going to be coming with his wife, but both of them have been in the inner circle for 4 years. They are the, I call them the believing believers leaders. He's going to be sharing his journey through the academy. And I look forward personally to hear Pastor Wale's journey. I am, in fact, I'm literally intrigued. I'm looking forward to it. So be here tomorrow to come and hear a senior Yada father share with you how his journey has been. Thank you so much for joining us, and see ya at 10.
Thank you so much, Coach, for letting me do this.
Thank you for listening to Relationship Bites with Wendy Ologe podcast today, where we share real conversations of diverse relationships and why they are important to human beings. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to listen to more, please subscribe to the Relationship Bites with Wendy Ologe on your preferred podcast player. Share this with others, your friends and family. Post about us on social media. Leave us a rating or a review. To keep up with our conversations online, you can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Podcast by Wendy Ologe, or follow my personal page at Wendy Ologe, both on Facebook and also on Instagram. You can also catch my videos on YouTube, Wendy Ologe. You can also follow us on our Parenting Academy, where I share about parenting relationships, the intentional parent. You want to learn more about us? You can simply search us out on www.wendyologe.com, or you can email us, podcastbywendyologe@gmail.com. Thank you again, and catch you next time.